Today we are covering JUNIPER JN0-212 Cloud Associate. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. If you like this content, do like, share and subscribe to this channel. Question is, you are the administrator of an MPLS WAN. Intermittent WAN hardware failures are causing customer traffic to route over newly computed forwarding paths that do not satisfy service level agreements. Which Juniper Networks solution would be used to analyze this problem? Option A, Network Director. Option B, App for Mix. Option C, North Star Planner. Option D, Contrail. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, what are two goals of cloud security automation? Choose two options. Option A, to centrally manage security policies. Option B, to transition all security functions to cloud platforms. Option C, to automate responses to detected security threats. Option D, to implement all security functions in hardware. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, you are asked to reduce traffic on an MPLS VPN by automatically moving the traffic to an internet circuit as long as it satisfies the SLA requirements. In this scenario, what would you use to accomplish this task? Option A, Contrail Cloud. Option B, North Star. Option C, App for Mix. Option D, Contrail SD-WAN. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, which statement is correct when deploying services inside containers? Option A, containers can always be deployed for free. Option B, containers use fewer resources than VMs. Option C, services have dedicated processor and memory resources on each server. Option D, service must not be deployed using the same operating system. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, which two platforms share the same automation scripts? Choose two options. Option A, VMX series. Option B, MX series. Option C, Zunos Space. Option B, Contrail. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, which two protocols provide loop prevention in underlay network? Choose two options. Option A, OSPF. Option B, VPLS. Option C, EVPN. Option D, MSTP. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, which two pricing models are available from AWS Marketplace for VSRX consumption? Choose two options. Option A, pay as you go. Option B, bring your own license. Option C, based on the number of policies. Option D, annual subscription. Correct answer is option D. Option B. Next question is, which two statements are correct when using the native sensors model for the Juniper telemetry interface with app formats? Choose two options. Option A. Telemetry data is exported from the data plane. Option B. Additional software must be installed on the JUNIPER device. Option C. No additional software must be installed on the JUNIPER device. Option B. Telemetry data is exported from the control plane. Correct answer is option A and option B. Next question is, a customer want to deploy a website that can scale as needed. Which type of services should the customer purchase in this scenario? Option A. DBAS, AAS. Option B. SaaS. Option C. BGPaaS. Option D. FWaaS. Correct answer is option B. Today we are covering JUNIPER JN0-212 Cloud Associate. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. Question is, which statement is true about the OpenConfig data model? Option A. It supports YANG. Option B. It provides UDP-based transport. Option C. It is embedded in all devices that run the Junos OS. Option D. It uses MySQL as the default database structure. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, what provisions new switches or routers in your network automatically with no manual intervention? Option A. PCEP. Option B. ZTP. Option C. BGP. Option D. RSVP. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, which statement is true regarding Layer 3 underlay fabric networks? Option A. Layer 3 underlay fabric networks can only be used across public networks. Option B. Layer 3 underlay fabric networks rely on IPsec tunnels to interconnect tenants. Option C. Layer 3 underlay fabric networks rely on Layer 2 loop prevention protocols. Option D. Layer 3 underlay fabric networks are more scalable than Layer 2 fabric underlay networks. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, which type of SDN are you using when you automate a Junos device using PYEZ and netconf? Option A. API-based SDN. Option B. SDN as an overlay. Option C. SDN as an underlay. Option D. OpenFlow-based SDN. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, which cloud architecture provides developers a framework on which to develop a customized applications? Option A. DBaaS. Option B. PaaS. Option C. IaaS. Option D. FWaaS. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, a customer wants to provide advanced layer 4 through Layer 7 security services for a VMware NSX microsegmentation deployment. Which platform would you recommend using in this scenario? Option A, ACX series. Option B, VMX series. Option C, VSRX series. Option D, QFX series. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, which statement is correct about CSO? Option A, CSO is a complete orchestration system and can replace OpenStack. Option B, CSO has a gateway component and can be used to connect data centers. Option C, CSO can be used to establish and monitor LSPs in a service provider network. Option D, CSO can be used to manage VNFs at service providers' customer sites. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, what is used to provide secure access to a VSRX in a public cloud? Option A, authorized key pairs. Option B, SSH key pairs. Option C, private key pairs. Option D, public key pairs. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, which statement is true about VNFs? Option A, VNFs are always physical devices. Option B, VNFs are virtual devices. Option C, VNFs are only used in service provider clouds. Option D, VNFs are only used in data centers. Correct answer is option B. Today we are covering JUNIPER JN0-212 Cloud Associate. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. Question is, which node in a Contrail cluster is used to collect data from the routers? Option A, control node. Option B, analytics node. Option C, compute node. Option D, configuration node. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, which two protocols are used in a Contrail system to exchange routing information? Choose two options. Option A, XMPP. Option B, BGP. Option C, OSPF. Option D, ISIS. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, which statement describes AppFormix? Option A, AppFormix is a high-performance virtual device that secures virtualized and cloud environments. Option B, AppFormix is a SDN automation platform for OpenStack IaaS. Option C, AppFormix is responsible for monitoring, analytics, and intent-driven infrastructure optimization. Option D, AppFormix is virtualized full-featured carrier-grade ideal for NFV environments. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, which two protocols would be used by the North Star controller to provision tunnels on an edge router? Choose two options. Option A, TFTP. Option B, PCEP. Option C, netconf, netconf. Option D, HTTPS. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, which statement about Contrail is true? Option A, the Contrail controller places a vRouter each virtual host in the network. Option B, the Contrail virtual router segments virtual machines on physical hosts into virtual routing and forwarding instances. Option C, the Contrail virtual router segments virtual machines on physical hosts into different security zones. Option D, the Contrail virtual router establishes IPsec tunnel between other Contrail virtual routers on the network. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, which OpenStack service manage image storage? Option A, Glance. Option B, Swift. Option C, Nova. Option D, Heat. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, you must set up multiple collection points across your network to look for malware and rogue SSH attempts. What will allow you to accomplish this task? Option A, AppFormix. Option B, North Star. Option C, networking. Option D, JATP. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, you are deploying a layer 3 underlay network with 10,000 devices and hosts. Which two statements are correct in this scenario? Choose two options. Option A, loop prevention is provided by the routing protocol. Option B, routing table can become very large. Option C, RSTP can be used for loop prevention. Option D, the MAC tables can become very large. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, a company requests increased bandwidth during two specific periods each year. Which solution will accomplish the desired result? Option A, North Star Planner. Option B, North Star Bandwidth Calendaring. Option C, North Star Maintenance Mode. Option D, Centralized Path Computation. Correct answer is option A. Today we are covering JUNIPER JN0-212 Cloud Associate. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. If you like this content, do like, share and subscribe to this channel. Question is, a customer is planning a significant upgrade to their network that requires an increase in bandwidth. They want to schedule the increase for a specific date and time. Which feature within the North Star controller allows you to automate this process? Option A, LSP and link statistics. Option B, maintenance mode. Option C, bandwidth calendaring. Option D, North Star Planner. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, which two features does the Junos telemetry interface JTI support? Choose two options. Option A. JTI provides real-time telemetry. Option B. JTI does not need a controller to store data. Option C. JTI requires no configuration. Option D. JTI can stream in multiple data models. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, what is a primary difference between NFV and VNF? Option A. A VNF defines the network underlay tunnel methodology, while NFV is firewall that inspects traffic in the overlay network. Option B. NFV is the framework that describes how a virtual function should operate, while VNF is the virtual function itself. Option C. A VNF operates on a bare metal server, while NFV operates on a switch. Option D. NFV identifies the host on which the VNF operates. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, which type of API does Contrail Service Orchestration provide when connecting with OSS and BSS applications? Option A. TLS. Option B. REST. Option C. XMPP. Option D. SOAP. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, you want to secure sensitive data and detect malware in your network. Which component would be used to satisfy this requirement? Option A. AppFormix. Option B. SkyATP. Option C. Network Director. Option D. Contrail Cloud. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, which message type is supported by the Junos telemetry interface? Option A. GPB. Option B. OpenShift. Option C. JET. Option D. YANG. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, which two statements describe virtual network functions (VNFs)? Choose two options. Option A. VNFs are provided at a customer's site or telco cloud. Option B. VNFs represent the service that monitors and tracks whether the services are performing according to the design. Option C. VNFs represent the infrastructure that compromises the telco underlay network. Option D. VNFs can be deployed as a software function within a single x86 platform. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, according to the Juniper network, what is the recommended external routing protocol for the underlay network? Option A. ISIS. Option B. EGP. Option C. OSPF. Option D. BGP. Correct answer is option D. Today we are covering Juniper JN0-212 Cloud Associate. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. Question is, Which cloud CPE component manages the end-to-end path from the CPE to the central office or to another CPE? Option A. Service orchestration. Option B. Infrastructure orchestration. Option C. Physical telco cloud infrastructure. Option D. Virtual network functions. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, what are two objectives of SDN? Choose two options. Option A. Centralization of control plane. Option B. Physical separation of the control plane from the data plane. Option C. Centralization of the forwarding plane. Option D. Centralization of the services plane. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, what is an advantage of the Zunos telemetry interface ZTI over SNMP? Option A. ZTI can pull data more frequently. Option B. ZTI always transfer data over HTTP. Option C. ZTI never transfers data over UDP. Option D. ZTI can push data more frequently. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, you have I00 small branch offices. You have 100 small branch offices around the world. You must use a single pane of glass to monitor EX series devices for port status, ports exceeding maximum bandwidth, ports with maximum errors, and ports with maximum packet loss. In this scenario, which product would satisfy the requirement? Option A. Contrail SD-WAN. Option B. Contrail SD-LAN. Option C. Contrail networking. Option D. Contrail cloud. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, which mechanism allows tenants to incorrect across an overlay network? Option A. Tunnels. Option B. Subnets. Option C. eBGP connections. Option D. P2P OSPF adjacencies. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, which two JUNIPER devices are used as a CSO CPE devices? Choose two options. Option A. SRX. Option B. NFX. Option C. QFX. Option D. MX. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, what are two characteristics of Juniper's connected security solution? Choose two options. Option A. Manual secure policy control. Option B. Dynamic VPN connections. Option C. Centralized management. Option D. Enforcement everywhere on the network. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, which two statements are true about virtualized platforms? Choose two options. Option A. The VSRX must have two vCPU dedicated to the VCP. Option B. The VMX used separate VMs to host the VCP and VFP. Option C. The VSRX must have one vCPU dedicated to the VCP. Option D. The VMX uses one VM to host the VCP and VFP. Correct answer is option B. Today we are covering JUNIPER JN0-212 Cloud Associate. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. If you like this content, do like, share and subscribe to this channel. Question is, which two benefits does the Junos telemetry interface JTI provide in an F-Formix architecture? Choose two options. Option A. JTI enables you to deploy security policies to VSRX devices. Option B. JTI uses a push model to deliver data asynchronously. Option C. JTI enables you to collect and export data from resources such as firewall filters. Option D. JTI uses an SNMP pull model to eliminate additional processing. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, devices in your data center have become unwilling participants of botnet attacks. In this scenario, which security technology should you use to stop this behavior? Option A. Policy Enhancer. Option B. SkyATP Geo-IP Threat Protection. Option C. SkyATP C&C Threat Protection. Option D. IPsec. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, which statement is true regarding an open flow controller based software defined network? Option A. The forwarding plane of each device in the network is programmed by the controller. Option B. The control plane of each device in the network is instantiated by the controller. Option C. The SDN controller pushes configuration files to each device in the network using RESTful APIs. Option D. The forwarding plane of each device in the network is managed by the device. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, what are two technologies that a VMX's control plane uses to communicate with the forwarding plane on the same servers? Choose two options. Option A. 802.1q. Option B. Versio. Option C. SRIOV. Option D. OVSDB. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, which interface is used by applications, orchestration system, and other types of business systems to communicate with as SDN controller? Option A. Controller interface. Option B. Northbound interface. Option C. East-west interface. Option D. Southbound interface. Correct answer is option B. Next question is which two data models are supported for the Junos telemetry interface ZTI? Choose two options. Option A Azure Application Insights. Option B Native Sensors. Option C Amazon Kinesis. Option D OpenConfig. Correct answer is option B. Next question is you are deploying a VMX device in your network. Which two virtualized components are required in this scenario? Option A Virtual Forwarding Plane. Option B Virtual Chassis Port. Option C Virtual Chassis Fabric. Option D Virtual Control Plane. Correct answer is option A. Next question is which product is used to perform capacity planning of MPLS vans? Option A Contrail Cloud. Option B North Star Planner. Option C Cloud Service Orchestration. Option D VMware NSX. Correct answer is option B. Today we are covering JUNIPER JN0-212 Cloud Associate. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. If you like this content, do like, share and subscribe to this channel. Question is, which protocol is used by the North Star controller to discover existing tunnels in a service provider or large enterprise WAN? Option A SNMP. Option B PCE. Option B PCEP. Option C REST. Option D NetConf. Correct answer is option B. Next question is which two statements describe cloud CPE? Choose two options. Option A Cloud CPE require heavy investment in vendor specific hardware. Option B Cloud CPE encourages administrators to use all-in-one appliances. Option C Cloud CPE allows multi-vendor open support of software-based functions. Option D Cloud CPE eliminates the need for investing in expensive hardware. Correct answer is option D. Next question is you need to control and steer application traffic while maintaining an end-to-end view of the WAN and LAN. Which Juniper Cloud product will satisfy the requirements in this scenario? Option A Sky ATP. Option B Contrail Service Orchestration. Option C Contrail Cloud. Option D Sky Enterprise. Correct answer is option C. Next question is you are deploying a layer 2 underlay network with 2000 devices and hosts. Which two statements are correct? Option A Network routing tables can become very large and unmanageable. Option B RPF is used for loop prevention. Option C The MAC tables can become very large and unmanageable. Option D RSTP can be used for loop prevention. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, what are two protocols used by North Star controller to discover the network topology? Choose two options. Option A, SNMP. Option B, OSPF-TE. Option C, NetConf. Option D, BGP-LS. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, Formix has been deployed in your data center using the JUNIPER telemetry interface JTI native sensors. However, the underlay devices have not yet been set up to work with the JTI native sensors. Which action is required for the JTI native sensors to work properly? Option A. Install the Formix network agent on the underlay devices. Option B. Enable netconf over SSH on the underlay devices. Option C. Enable SSH on the underlay devices. Option D. Enable GBP messaging on the underlay devices. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, which two statements are true about an SDN controller? Choose two options. Option A. An SDN controller automates repetitive tasks in a network. Option B. An SDN controller regulates traffic transmission rates in a network. Option C. An SDN controller centralizes control and configuration of a network. Option D. An SDN controller stores and manages software messages. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, which CSO component enables ISPs to set up and manage the virtual network and customers? Option A. Service and Infrastructure Monitor. Option B. Designer Tools. Option C. Administration Portal. Option D. Customer Portal. Correct answer is option C. Today we are covering JUNIPER JN0-212 Cloud Associate. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. If you like this content, do like, share and subscribe to this channel. Question is, you must create a security policy that works across your multi-cloud, Kubernetes and OpenStack deployments. Which product will accomplish this task? Option A. Contrail Security. Option B. Policy Enforcer. Option C. Sky ATP. Option D. Juniper ATP. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, what are three orchestrators that integrate with Contrail? Choose three options. Option A. VirtualBox. Option B. Kubernetes. Option C. Ubuntu. Option D. OpenStack vSphere. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, you are using the North Star controller to manage your WAN. You are required to remove a node from the network for maintenance purposes. You want to compute and provision alternate forwarding paths so that traffic is rerouted around the node being taken offline for maintenance. Which North Star controller feature would be used in this scenario? Option A. Path diversity. Option B. Maintenance mode. Option C. Shared risk link groups. Option D. Node diversity. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, you are using service chains. In this scenario, which component launches the NFV VM? Option A. vRouter. Option B. North Star controller. Option C. Compute node. Option D. Orchestrator. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, you are required to set up zero-day malware dedication for your private cloud without sending files off-site for analysis. What will accomplish this task? JATP. Option A. JATP. Option B. IDP. Option C. UTM. Option D. SkyATP. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, F-Formix alarm notifications are sent to an HTTP server using which format? Option A. Plain text. Option B. XML. Option C. CSV. Option D. JSON. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, what are two examples of public cloud providers? Choose two options. Option A. eBay. Option B. Netflix. Option C. Microsoft Azure. Option D. Amazon Web Services. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, you want to automate the management of virtualized applications using Contrail networking. Which type of SDN is used in this scenario? Option A. OpenFlow SDN. Option B. API SDN. Option C. Overlay SDN. Option D. Ansible automation. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, which Juniper product provides insight into the underlay and overlay network at the same time? Option A. Security Director. Option B. F-Formix. Option C. Edge Services Director. Option D. JUNIPER Extension Toolkit. Option E. Contrail Analytics. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, which protocol used to communicate LSP and status information between North Star controller and level edge routers? Option A. PCEP. Option B. ICCP. Option C. OSPF. Option D. BGP. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, which Juniper product is used to remotely provision the NFX 250 platform for network functions virtualization? Option A. Contrail Service Orchestration. Option B. Contrail Security. Option C. Virtual Route Reflector. Option D. Junos Space Security Director. Correct answer is option A. Today we are covering JNO-212 Cloud Associate. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. Question is, which statement is correct about alarms in app formix? Option A. Static alarms are compared against fixed thresholds. Option B. Alarm thresholds cannot be changed by the user. Option C. Alarm actions cannot be changed by the user. Option D. Static alarms are compared against historical data. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, what are three software suites that contribute to cloud architecture? Choose three options. Option A. Kubernetes. Option B. Ubuntu. Option C. VirtualBox. Option D. vSphere. Option E. OpenStack. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, which Juniper product provides insight into the underlay and overlay network at the same time? Option A. Security Director. Option B. Juniper Extension Toolkit. Option C. Edge Services Director. Option D. Contrail Analytics. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, you are using the Juniper connected security solution to protect your network from malware. However, you noticed that malware files over 10 MB are not being analyzed. You need the capability of analyzing files greater than 10 MB. Which two components would allow you to accomplish this task? Choose two options. Option A. REST API Server. Option B. Fabric Manager. Option C. VIM Director. Option D. Security Director. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, what are two microservices provided by Contrail Services Orchestration? Choose two options. Option A. REST API Server. Option B. Fabric Manager. Option C. VIM Director. Option D. Security Director. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, what are two different modes available for the VMX on KVM that are based on CPU and memory availability? Choose two options. Option A. Performance. Option B. Basic. Option C. Light. Option D. Enhanced. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, which open source management framework does VMware NSX use to manage VXLANs on Junos device? Option A. OVSDB. Option B. Contrail Networking. Option C. OpenFlow. Option D. OpenConfig. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, which two components are part of the F-Formix architecture? Choose two options. Option A. Policy Controller. Option B. Compute node. Option C. SDN Controller. Option D. Data Platform. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, which organization is responsible for defining cloud computing? Option A. IEEE. Option B. ANSI. Option C. NIST. Option D. IANA. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, what are two characteristics of VMX series devices? Choose two options. Option A. The VMX series uses carrier-grade routing optimized for the x86 environment. Option B. VMX series requires a license for production environment. Option C. VMX series uses a Trio ASIC. Option D. The VMX series uses containerization technology for rapid service enablement. Correct answer is option A. Today we are covering JUNIPER JN0-212 Cloud Associate. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. If you like this content, do like, share and subscribe to this channel. Question is, what information does an underlay network use to route data? Option A. Application name. Option B. Customer ID. Option C. IP address. Option D. Customer name. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, you want to prevent a single point of failure in your underlay network. Which two protocols would be used to accomplish this task? Choose two options. Option A. LACP. Option B. VSTP. Option C. MCLAG. Option D. RSTP. Correct answer is option A and option C. Next question is, JUNIPER Networks supports which two alternatives to layer 2 loop prevention protocols such as STP in an underlay network? Choose two options. Option A. MCLAG. Option B. BGPC. Option C. LACP. Option D. TRILL. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, which OpenStack component is responsible for user authentication and authorization? Option A. Glance. Option B. Nova. Option C. Keystone. Option D. Neutron. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, which two hypervisor does the VMX support? Choose two options. Option A. KYM. Option B. XEN. Option C. ESXi. Option D. Hyper-V. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, what are two characteristics of cloud computing? Option A. Services are provisioned using automation. Option B. Services are provisioned by the customer. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, which statement is true about the VSRX series and VMware NSX integration? Option A. The NSX distributed firewall provides a container-based layer of protection. Option B. VMware NSX provides advanced layer 4 through layer 7 security services. Option C. You can add the VSRX virtual firewall as security element in the VMware NSX environment. Option D. The NSX distributed firewall uses application identification. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, what are two major components of the North Star controller system? Choose two options. Option A, PCE. Option B, PCC. Option C, CE. Option D, VPE. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, which type of service would allow you to provision 5 servers with Windows Server 2016 installed? Option A, IaaS. Option B, PaaS. Option C, SaaS. Option D, FWaaS. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, which method does WANDL use to collect live network information? Option A, FTP. Option B, SOAP. Option C, TFTP. Option D, SNMP. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, which protocol is used to transport monitoring data in JUNIPER's open and extensible data model? Option A, TCP. Option B, SNMP. Option C, SOAP. Option D, UDP. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, which Junos Space application integrates with the Sky ATP application? Option A, Virtual Director. Option B, Connectivity Services Director. Option C, Security Director. Option D, Network Director. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, which two products are considered SDN controllers? Choose two options. Option A, VMware NSX. Option B, AppFormix. Option C, Junos Space. Option D, Contrail Networking. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, which statement is true about NFV containers? Option A, NFV containers usually provide fewer functions than VM-based NFs. Option B, NFV containers require an underlying hypervisor for deployment. Option C, NFV containers take longer to instantiate than virtual machines. Option D, NFV containers require more memory and storage resources to deploy. Correct answer is option A.